Who would have guessed at 60 I would want to be strapped onto a dragon and train it? But hey, here I am. And I was wondering if maybe that dragon would be easier to train than my dog. Or maybe I'd be burned on the spot. Welcome to Boozy B's Books and Cocktails. I'm Dana B, and I'm so excited to have you guys here. And if you haven't guessed, we're talking about the fantasy book Fourth Wing. And I am truly, truly, truly excited to have you guys join me. And let's talk about Fourth Wing. I am not a fantasy person, and I'd been putting off this book. Several people had told me that I needed to read this book. And so I kind of put it on my to be read list. And so I decided that it was time to jump on the bandwagon and read a fantasy book about dragons. But what I didn't realize was this book is a lot more than just dragons. It is political conspiracy. It is family drama to the max. It is about grief. It's about revenge. It's about enemies to lovers. It's about challenges beyond our greatest belief of what we can do. It has a little bit of just about everything. And trust me, it is wonderful. It's a wonderful book. And I am just delighted to have read it. And it is a series of books. And I am so delighted to share it with you. So let's get into the plot of the book. And it is about Violet Sorengale. And she is the daughter of the general of this world that we're talking about. And she is the third child, and she is being raised as a scribe, as an historian of this world. And after her brother passes away, and then her dad passes away, her mother, who is the general, decides that she is no longer a scribe. She is going to go to the college of this world. I can't even think of the name of the college, and I'm sorry, because you're probably like going, "Oh my gosh, Dana, you got to know the name of the college." So Violet, who is our main character, she goes to the college, and it's a challenge. Everything is a challenge. They have to go get over the parapet before they can even enter the college. And so she uses her wits and her sister's advice, and she makes it through the across the parapet. And there is a young man that she was raised with that's there, and her sister says, "Go to this guy, he will protect you." And throughout the first part of the book, it really describes Violet as being very, very fragile. She does have a syndrome called Ehlers-Danlos. And if you know anything about the syndrome, the joints or the muscles and the tendons don't hold the joints into place. So she has to be very careful about what she does, and she's not very strong. So she makes it across the parapet, and her friend just keeps telling her she doesn't need to go any further. He can get her in to be a scribe, and she tells him no, that her mother will not allow it. So she is the target of a lot of the students there, and they're ranked just like as a college would be. And I think that the main characters are in their 20s is kind of what I envision them to be, and I believe that's what the book talks about. So anyway, at every corner there are challenges, and the challenges usually end up in death. So she gets through a couple of challenges, and then they are bonded to a dragon. And Violet is very special. She loves, she's very compassionate to everyone, and especially the more fragile um, people and things around her. And so she actually bonds with two dragons. And I am telling you, y'all, the dragon is has a person, both dragons have personalities of their own. They are, the older bigger dragon is grumpy, and the relationship between Violet and the dragons are great. They're um, very well written. You want to have your own dragon. You want to train your dragon. The dragon has, they all have mystical powers. So that makes it a lot of fun. And then let's talk about the enemy to lovers. Oh my. I'm just going to say this without spoiling the whole thing. You are reading along and you hit page about 500. And wow. Okay. So, in a personal kind of way, let's just say, wow. Wowie, wowie. um, Rebecca did a great job of writing the love scene. And not only um, do you bond with your dragon, but dragons bond with their soulmates too. So, yeah, that's quite interesting. Um, this relationship between Xaden and Violet and their dragons, and I'm not going to give it all away, but it is spectacular, spectacular, and yeah. So let's talk about Violet and her Ehlers-Danlos. And I will have to say, this particular book really resonated with me because I was informally diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos. So, with the syndrome, you have to be very, very aware of your situation. And your joints feel like just regular, everyday, you can be walking around and your joint can just, act a fool. And so I did not know anything about this syndrome until I had a podiatrist tell me that he was very, very sure that I had it. And so I was very connected with Violet. And I love to be connected with the characters of the book. So that really put me into a place where I really connected with her. And so not only just the syndrome, but you're too delicate to do this, or the feeling of I can't do this because. And so they took the time in the book that they made her get out of her comfort zone. And I know that there's people out there going, okay, that, you can't do this because of this, and you can't do this because of this. But I'm here to tell you, you can do a lot more than what you think you can do. And that's what I loved about the spirit of this book. Just because someone puts you in a box doesn't mean you have to be in that box. And Violet learned to use what skills she did have to defeat some of the challenges. So I really appreciated about that. And so the cocktail. I hope you'll stay around for the cocktail. It's a good one. So we're talking about dragons, and dragon's breath. There was a lot of discussion about the dragon's breath and what dragons could do and everything. So I am going to make the cocktail. It's called Dragon's Breath. It's kind of a spin-off of an old-fashioned. I would call it more of a cinnamon old-fashioned than anything else, I guess. Or maybe it's a kind of a Manhattan cinnamon thing. So it is going to be all alcohol, so it is very, very strong. I'll do the warning right now. So because it's all alcohol, we're going to use a mixing glass. And I have my beautiful Waterford tumblers, and I'm going to put some ice in that. And if I was real fancy, I would have a big ice cube, but I'm not real fancy today, or most days I'm not real fancy. I just enjoy good books and good drinks. So this calls for, get my measuring cup. We're going to use rye whiskey in this. Just for the spice of it. And we're going to do 1.5 ounces of rye whiskey. Ooh, that smells so good. And rye whiskey to me is a little bit sweeter and spicier. So we're going for spice and we're going for kick and heat. So then, well, may not. You would think after as many cocktails that I would make that I would know to check bottles, but anyway, I'm glad y'all didn't have to see that. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire. How fun is that? And then I made some simple syrup real quick, and I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce. About 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. And then I have some just regular bitters, and I'm going to put about three to 4 drops of bitters in here. And then for my, let's see here. So we're going to give it a good swirl. And I am so looking forward to this. I went through several, let me tell you, several cocktails trying to find the one that I wanted for this one. It was a process for sure. And I wanted to make it just right because I really did enjoy this book. So we're going to strain it out into my beautiful Waterford tumbler. I just love, 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 love these tumblers. And then look, guys, I've even got a little garnish to go onto this. So here is my dragon's breath. So we're going to do a little cheer and a taste. Oh, that is for sure dragon's breath. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. The rye gives it courage, and the cinnamon gives it strength, just like Violet needs. Mm. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am so glad that you stayed with me. What kind of cocktail would you put with this? Would you make a fiery one? I was looking for some Fireball, and it disappeared from my bar, so I'm not sure where it went. I'm having a good idea. I know where it went. Would you read this book? Would you read the fantasy book if or have you read the fantasy? Have you read the whole series? I have started the second book to this, Iron Flame, but I haven't gotten very far on it because I'm watching or reading some other books. So let me know. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you are reading, or have you read these books? Do you love fantasy books? Because I want to hear from you. So comment below. My recipe to this great cocktail will be below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I need those, or I would like to get to 250. I would like to get to 250 subscribers because then I get to open the bottle of Vivu Clicquot. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm babbling, so I'm going to go. Cheers.
Cheers.